What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Thompson Twins. And as you can see, we're going to listen to some Thompson Twins on vinyl. I realized, I knew I had a Thompson Twins record, and as it turns out, I have another one too, but the other one I have comes from later in the decade, so we'll come back for that one when the time is right. But we're going through Here's the Future Days Now, 1985. Once again, shout out to Han Solo for making all this available. And we are going to listen to a extended mix of a track I recently listened to, Lay Your Hands on Me. So once again, shout out to Thompson Twins. Nice to, realize that I have a couple records of theirs in my collection and to have the, visual reference. Again, I've seen a couple videos. I've seen the Hold Me Now video many years ago. So I knew on some level what they look like, but nice to have, again, a visual reference as we go through this phase of the group. And again, we're going to listen to the track Lay Your Hands on Me, which again I think does play off of both renderings of the phrase that we, or that I was talking about in advance when I was thinking about the title, and I think people commented that the use of the organ and so on is a very, pretty clear, cheeky reference to the more devotional aspect of the phrase. So as my voice dies, let us listen. This is Thompson Twins, Lay Your Hand on Me, the extended version from 1985. This is Arista Records. And again, this is from my vinyl collection, a lot of my 80s vinyl. It has some mileage on it, and I got it from different places, different people, so not quite sure what the quality of this will be, but hopefully it's not too bad. Said it in the reaction to the regular album version, but if you played this for me now, I'd be like, oh, and that's Thompson Twins, it's gotta be. That's right, it was the choir, extra oomph to it.
Back and forth across the sea, I have chased so many dreams.
I like that
I
one.
have never felt the grace that I have felt in your embrace. I was tired and I was cold, yeah, the hunger in my soul. I see your face and sense the grace and feel the magic of your touch. Oh, lay your hands. Oh, lay your hands. Oh, lay your hands. Ooh. feel so good, and like I never ever thought I would. You know you make me feel so strong, but now my love too just goes on. So come on, lay your hands on me, as close to you as where I really wanna be. And if it ever gets too much, I see your face and sense the grace and feel the magic in our touch. Oh, lay your hands on me.
The chorus is such an explosion of exuberance. That snarling end once again. So yeah, it didn't feel like terribly longer. Let me see if it shows a runtime on here. Does it show the runtime for both of them? I do want to point out that this was produced by not only Nile Rodgers, who I've become familiar with through Duran Reactions and I think one or two other places, Madonna, I think, but also Alex Sadkin and Tom Bailey, or is it Bally? It looks like maybe it's Bailey. And mixed by James Farber. So shout out to all them, again, especially Nile Rodgers, who I know a little bit more about. And yeah, let me see if it shows the runtime on the actual vinyl. Okay, so it does. So that was 6 minutes. Yeah, it didn't feel like terribly longer. Oh, there's the Lewis Carroll, Adventures in Wonderland. I think I mentioned this before. I think someone like gave me an explanation, but I'm forgetting now, so I apologize in the moment. But yeah, so the original version was 3:52. This is 6 minutes, so a couple minutes longer. But sometimes, you know, it'll be like a 3:45 tune, and then the extended mix will be like 7:45 or like 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. So it's, you know, more than twice as long. But yeah, this just felt like it was a little bit more. There was that section where it did that like echoed kind of percussive like rhythm with, it was like a breathing vocal or something, and it really stripped it down. That felt like the only part that was like notably distinct from the original. I think maybe the intro was different too. Either way, like I said, it's a cool track. I enjoy the cheekiness with, you know, it's about intimacy or like physical proximity, but it's also like, you know, I have this like, what was it, like hunger in my soul, and there's the gospel style vocals, so it's, you know, it's clearly playing with the phrase on both levels, so I enjoy the cheekiness of that. Again, I think especially that sonic groove at the beginning of the verses, like it just, that to me is such a great sound, and it's the kind of sound that I've now come to detect. And, you know, again, if you play just like a 7-second blurb of the like beginning of the verses part, even if you somehow like took out the vocals, I feel like I could still identify who it is now. So that part felt very like wheelhouse for them. And then again, some other elements there, you know, are parts that maybe don't show up in all their tunes. But either way, I think it's a compelling track, and I enjoyed this restrained extended version. So yeah, big ups to Thompson Twins. Shout out to all those who've been commenting on the reactions. There's a few who've, you know, made a point to comment every time, been very supportive. I really do appreciate that. And we'll get back to the like regular flow of the album, Lay Your Hands on Me, Here's the Future Days, for the next time. So let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.